smoky clubs to fields of green, her life took a turn, but her rhythm's still the same. Feel the passion burn. On stage she was a queen, now the land's her throne. Every note she sang now echoes in seeds she's sown. Her journey's just begun, a new chapter in her song. Watch her dance with the seasons, right where she belongs. She was a jazz and blues singer, making her way around the world. The journey stopped, but the song did not. So what's going on with you, girl? She started a YouTube channel and learned how to grow veggies, fruits, and bread, and a bunch of chickens in a row. Diva of the stage to diva in the dirt. Same diva, new life, diva in the dirt. Singing sweet melodies now with the earth. From city lights to moonlit nights, she's found her worth. With every seed she plants, a new story grows. From the mic to the soil, a rhythm she knows. Diva in the dirt, watch her thrive and gleam. Same passion, new dreams on the homestead scene.
Well, welcome. Good to see you all here for our live tonight. We're just going to have a little short one. We are going to be talking about the home stretch and winding down the garden and preserving the harvest. Like the winding down the garden part, but now it's like, let's get on for the race of getting ready to do all the preserving. And so I'm going to welcome to the stage right away here, Robin from Robin Gardens. Welcome.
Hello.
I am going to do a few little hellos. I know that you said you could hear it, but you're still in the YouTube's, the StreamYard studio. So I was thinking you could still hear it, but I wanted to know, because I heard it last week, but then when I go back and listen to the live, it's like, yeah, it wasn't there. There was no sound for that. So, but let me just say some hellos. So we have Storms, Radios, and Cats. Storms, good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for coming in. And of course, our favorite moderator, Miss Sharon. She is also here in the chat. And of course, we also have Robin Gardens, which she has been saying a few things. And now we have Roberto Homestead Aquarius, who's saying the Deaver. Good to see you. So for those of you that were watching, did you hear the song? Were you able to hear the song or not? That's what I would like to know, because I know we can hear it. So good to see you all here. Thank you for coming and joining in this evening. Okay, so Miss Sharon said yes. Jay Dixon, good to see you from Huron County, Midwestern Ontario, Canafa. We live in Canafa. Yes. Yeah. Or whatever you want to call it. Some people call it oh no, it's Vancouver, Japanada. Yes, and we have many people here that are part of the Diva in the Dirt memberships, and you'll see a little extra emoticon beside them showing that they are. But I just had a little bit of business to do. Miss Sharon, once again. Let me just. Oh, nope. Miss Sharon, she has gone ahead and gifted 5 memberships to the Diva in the Dirt membership. And so Vive B received a membership, Cheryl Norris, L Triple G Love, and that's 1, 2, 3. I've got 3. Oh, Serena Norell. And I think we'll just wait because it's not giving them all up yet here. So for all of you, congratulations, and thank you, Miss Sharon, of course, for gifting out those memberships. And for those of you that do get a gifted membership, you get a 1-month use where you can see members only videos and whatnot. Eventually, I will probably be having membership only lives, where we can just kind of have that little bit of privacy and chit chat what we want to chit chat about. And then once your month is finished, you're welcome to pay the $1 a month to continue the membership, or just let it lapse. That's the other thing you can do. There's no obligation, but we do really, really appreciate it. So, okay, yeah. So I didn't see the fifth one unless I missed it.
My Renaissance grandma.
Oh, right. She was in blue because she does have a wrench with me here. So anyway, so yeah, my Renaissance grandma. Welcome all of you back, and some of you are back into the Diva Club because you might have received them before. So anyway, thank you again, Miss Sharon. She's just such a doll. Not only is she an amazing moderator by sharing out everybody's channel on a regular basis, she just really does a great job of, really giving promotions to everybody in the chat. It's like, it's not just, she doesn't just promote me, she's promoting everybody, and I so appreciate her. So I would love for you to go over and make sure you also show her some love on her channel as well. So yeah, I'm not sure where our other cohorts are, but that's quite all right. But oh yeah, and I put my ticker on to show. So these are the members that are a part of us already. But as you know, I always like to go and do a show and tell, but you're not at home, Robin. Where are you? Tell everybody where you are.
I am up at the Wisconsin place. So it's in Door County, Wisconsin. That's on the peninsula between Green Bay is here and Lake Michigan.
Right. And how's the weather there right now?
Oh, about 10 degrees cooler than home.
Okay.
It's been nice. A nice little break, actually.
Yeah. And what has brought you up to Door County?
Oh, I was part of the Door County Seed Library, had a meeting, and they're going to have a seed packing event, and we needed to take care of some things here at the house. So,
right. So you just get it all done. Hello, L Triple G Love, who just received a membership, and of course, David Core with Crop. Welcome, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Let me just see. Yeah, I am caught up, which is good. Yes. And so when will you, like, are you there for the week or just the weekend?
Just a few days more, and then we'll head back. Can't stay incredibly long because still have a garden at home that's kicking stuff out. I picked everything I could pick, but I'll have stuff to pick when I get back.
Yes. That's the thing for me, was when I went away to Mexico for the week. You come home, and I was really being focused on get things picked, get things, sort of organized. And then you come home and you go, it's like you didn't even touch anything, and it's like, 7 days and everything just exploded. Before I left, I had picked huge amount of tomatoes. Then while I was gone, Marissa went and picked a bigger amount of tomatoes. And then this past Tuesday, I think I went and picked even more tomatoes than what Marissa picked. And so we are just in and there's still more out there to go. I was just picking the, ones that are just starting to blush, because I do get behind on that picking and I don't want them to ripen and then drop. Which brings me to that one question, because there was the one day you were showing one of your tomatoes and you were doing this kind of bringing your fingers down and you're saying, no, it's not quite ripe. What is that and why? It's been, in my head every time I look at a tomato. It's like, why was she, what does she know? What magical thing does she know about tomatoes?
So some of the tomatoes, you can't tell by color.
No.
Oh gosh, what is Brad's Atomic Grape? Have you ever grown a Brad's Atomic Grape? It's a multicolored kind of plum shaped tomato. Anyways, they're delicious, but you don't, from color, you can't, because it's like multiple colors. So you just
Mm-hmm.
have to give it a little squeeze, so it's just giving a little bit, so you
Okay.
know that it's ready.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I was thinking there was something, magical in the skin on how you were rolling your fingers down on it, not just going, it's like squeeze, squeeze, don't squeeze the Charmin. Okay. So I do know when I feel a tomato and it's like, oh yeah, you can feel that, just that enough softness that's not pushing, it's not firm. Okay.
yep. So yeah, there's a few now that are out there that have been developed, and you just can't tell any other way.
No, no, except for by,
Right.
don't
Just getting
squeeze the
your hands
Charmin,
on
squeeze the,
it.
squeeze the tomato, but don't squeeze it too much that you just speak, and I am finding like some of mine are, especially the cherry tomatoes, it's like I go to pick them and the skin just splits because it was like you were just, probably, 3 days too late. So, but anyway, yeah. So I don't know if you have anything for show and tell because you're not at home.
I have a tell. I can't show. So you
Okay, I'm
said
happy.
today on Enix Live that you hadn't tasted your kusha yet.
No.
So I hadn't either, but I brought one up. I'm having friends over tomorrow. So I
Mm-hmm.
roasted my first kusha.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh my goodness. It's
mm-hmm.
delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is a little nutty. It's very creamy, a little sweet. It is delightful, but I'll tell you,
Mm-hmm.
those pieces that got caramelized, um, when I roasted them, they're the best. So
Okay.
definitely let them go a little bit long till they get that caramelization. So,
Mm-hmm.
the bricks on them must be pretty high. They must have a lot of sugar in them to,
Mm-hmm.
caramelize on there like that. But I made
Yep.
mine into a soup.
You made yours into a soup. Okay. I had a question about it. Okay, because I actually roasted one today.
You did.
I did. Yes. Well, because when the Furno's oven's going, it's like, oh yeah, my question was, what are you going to do with it? And so I had said to Marissa, while I was on Enix Live, I said, because she was finishing the last bread, and I said, okay, well, can you take a couchon, put it in there, because we've never had one. So when I got off the live, I opened up the thing, and there is a George Candy roaster.
Oh.
I said, no, I said kusha because we've never had it before. And she's like, but she was also roasting a sugar pie pumpkin because next weekend is Canadian Thanksgiving. And so she's going to be making a pumpkin cheesecake. Now, I don't know what stage this kusha, it wasn't one of my biggest ones, but
Mhm.
what we found, and yes, it is very delicious. What I found is we both said it reminded us of zucchini, like in a little bit of a flavor of a zucchini. I do agree, like there is a sweeterness to it, but maybe mine isn't as ripe as yours.
Mine was good and ripe. I let that stem get
Mm-hmm.
hard,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to also save the seeds. So I wanted to make sure that they were,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
going to be viable. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, nutty, creamy, maybe even a little buttery. Did you get
Okay.
those? And then the best pieces were definitely those that
That
got
were
caramelized.
caramelized. All right.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, a little late, but just as beautiful as ever, Carol from South Florida Sunshine.
I was on my way to bed. I was like, wait. And I saw the notification just as I was closing YouTube. I'm like, oh, she's going live. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with me today, it was like because there was just so much going on, I wanted to
Right.
wait till we were at dinner to say to my daughter, okay, what is your plan? Because it's like she's still in the studio wrapping up her stuff. And then she does want to go to H Mart to buy some
Mhm.
Asian foods because they don't have one in her town. And, and she needs to have a shower and there's all these things. And I thought, okay, well, if I'm just going to be sitting here waiting till you're finished, I might as well do a live and, we can visit
Right.
afterwards because she's leaving again tomorrow. She got here at about 3 and then she will get up at the crack of dawn and go. So Kusha squash has a mild, sweet, slightly sweet and nutty flavor, similar to a combination of butternut squash and sweet potato. Its flavor can also be subtly smoky note and a meaty, fibrous texture. You can use it as a substitute for pumpkin, butternut squash, and sweet potato in both sweet and savory dishes. So just exactly what you said. So I think mine was probably still a bit young. It is very tasty. Like it's not like it reminded us of zucchini, but zucchini just kind of falls apart. But this was like a nice meaty piece.
Yeah.
Like it's like I could go, okay, so we do have a kusha that's the kusha's cooked. And it'll, for me this week, I can, do some sort of recipe with it. Hopefully film it, something new. But having that Marissa did the Georgia Candy Roaster, I think what we're going to try to do with that one, because it is the texture is more like mashed potato. We're actually going to probably try making gnocchi with it. So that's another thing that'll be kind of exciting to do.
That's cool. I could totally see the kusha as like a sweet potato pie.
Okay.
It definitely would be pie worthy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
With the, with those cinnamon and nutmeg and
yeah.
So the soup is coming. I did a video and it'll come out this coming week. And I ended up using thyme and parsley. And I'll taste it again tomorrow because you know how soups are always better the second day. And so I wanted to make it ahead of time for tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Well, that's very exciting. So, so it's like, I do have bigger kushas. This one wasn't one of the biggest ones. It might have been like a 9-pound. So it might have not been at its full ripeness. Some of the seeds were good size, but I think, but there is a lot of meat on it. Like, in the, it is the shape of the butternut, but in that whole top, it was like, that's a huge chunk. So Carol, do you have some show and tell? Telling or showing? I caught her mid. She's busy talking.
I'm trying to type. Hi, Jay Dixon. I'll just say it. And hi, LGGG. I just saw you up there a little bit. Show and tell for tonight. Not really. I didn't get my show and tell really is my little corner. I cleaned it today. I pulled everything out. Just the corner here and mopped and everything because I was supposed to be putting together that broad fork, but I was like, well, let me do that after I clean up because it's really dusty here. Then I ended up pulling down the drapes and now it's still sitting there on top of the box, not put together. I did one of those. Yeah. Yep. I did a side quest, but it smells fantastic. And I'm, I'll just have to move along into little sections again because that's how I get it done. Yeah. Today was yucky outside. So,
so ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest. Please welcome Shawnee Groves.
Hello,
Yes. And we are also going to say hello to Jegs. Good to see you. Oh, and Dave Knight. He says, hi, everyone. Harvested squash, tomatoes, and beans out of the half-acre garden and chopped it with the tractor, planting in the greenhouse for late fall. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to do my show and tell, and I'm going to show something that's not quite, it's not anything I grew, but I'm super excited.
Oh.
I just have to make sure I can show it well. I wanted to show that I got my Shawnee Grows.
You jealous. She has a sweatshirt from the Shawnee Grows merch.
Yeah,
and then
learn as you grow. And and so
it.
Shawnee hasn't done her 1,000 party yet. So those of you, I think it would be very cool if as we attend, we all get our shirts. So I know that I know it's Diva in the Dirt night, but I am going to wear my Shawnee Grows shirt because I got to show it to you. It's so pretty.
Mine should be on its way, hopefully.
I got the message that mine shipped.
Oh, good. I'm glad that everything that we've been testing as far as order notification, shipped notification, tracking numbers has been working.
Oh,
So
they were great.
Yeah. So it only took a week. This is a
That's
3X,
great.
so it is quite big. But look at the extra on the sleeve.
I love that.
And-
Yeah.
And also, it's not only on the front. I don't think I'll be able to show the back as well, but it's also
That's the
on.
coolest. Yeah.
I have Grow Every Day and Every Way on the back. I have my shirts right here.
Make mine bigger so we can see it.
Oh, make me bigger. Okay,
Make it bigger.
I can do that. Make me big. Make yourself big.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looks really good on the red.
Isn't it? And
Yes.
it is the like it is a cherry red. So there's
It's really pretty. Yeah.
and then if I cannot bump my chair, you can see the back.
I love the idea that they let her do the Shawnee Grows on the sleeve. I've never seen
Ooh.
that. So
That
pretty.
is so nice.
It's such a stunning logo, but it's not really like logo, is it? It's like, because you have multiple. Like, how do you say that? Like, if I have multiple logos,
don't
it's still a
know.
logo?
It's just merch. I don't know.
Merch. Design.
Merch.
It's such a nice design. I love it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
did
I
get
want-
my shirts today too.
Yours too.
I'll have to
No,
look
you
at
got
my-
yours yesterday, didn't you say yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've already washed them.
Yeah, I didn't wash this. I got it out of the bag, put it on, and then I called Shawnee by video right away and go, look at what I got.
I know. I'm so happy that it made it to Canada within 7 days.
Yeah, that was
I just
fast.
got black shirts for now.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks
So
good.
we're going into the winter. I thought I'm going to get the hoodie. I'll start with the
Yes.
hoodie. So, Miss Sharon says, love it.
Yeah.
So this was one of my show and tells. It's like,
Huh.
I was going to say, Shawnee, can I show the shirt? I know it's not your thing yet, but it's like, I want everybody to, when we do your party, that we're all in
Right.
Shawnee Grows merch. So I thought if I
Yeah.
start promoting it now,
Hmm.
and reasonably priced, which is great.
Very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few other things for my show and tell that I have is, so like I said, I got all those tomatoes. And so I've realized, because right now I have a 40 quart pot on my stove, which has probably about 35 quarts of tomatoes, ripe tomatoes in it, whatever was left in the freezer and whatever was fresh. So I am making all tomato sauce because that's what I did this week is I sauced all the tomatoes, then I took out a portion and I made, now it is quite dark, but this is my ketchup. And this ketchup is, I'll make myself, I'll make it just
Okay.
me.
I would have
Um,
had. I have to interrupt for a second. I would have had mine on today, but they went to the wrong place because they're saying they couldn't get in for a lack of an access code.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Anyway,
you don't need an
go ahead.
access code.
No.
So yeah,
not-
so this is so I think I have 11 pints of this ketchup. It is so delicious.
Yum.
So I also made a tikka masala, and I think we got about 7. Well, three didn't seal. So I don't remember how many we had altogether. It might have been 9 or something like that. And then I did want to bring out, this is this year's salsa with everything from my garden. This is the garden salsa. I think is it garden salsa? No, it's not my garden salsa. Ignore this one. I meant to grab the one that has everything I grew in it. And I was on Urban Gardeners Live this morning, and I wanted to show a couple of the because they're still here. So I just thought, I just want to show these things because it's like I picked 5 more Georgia Candy Roasters, and then had picked another Kusha. And the thing is that all of this, like, it's like from about here up, this is just solid squash. And then, of course, similar like butternut but it's like the size of this. This is a lot. You're going to feed a lot of people. And and I think this is one of the ones that I picked this week, one of the 5 that I picked of this week. And, you know, so it's just a bit ridiculous. Because you just go, I don't know what I'm going to do with it all, you know. But the good thing is that when you grow squash, winter squash, everything gets wiped down with apple cider vinegar, and I put it in my larder in a cold space, and it's going to last for months and months. So it's worth it.
The girls will like it, whatever you don't eat, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Oh yeah.
The innards and the seeds and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will be gathering some of the seeds, but I do feel super blessed at just how well the tomatoes did and the squashes did, even though I had I was very neglectful with my gardens this year, you know, and so I'm just super grateful that they just take care of themselves for me. So yeah. So, but my biggest show and tell was my Shawnee Grows merch. So anyway, excuse me, I do want to talk about what's still coming out of your gardens right now and what's already finished for the season. Okay. Yeah, I don't need that. I just need to know if I needed to take care of that. So anybody want to say what's still coming out of your garden? Because I think, Shawnee, you were doing some picking this past week.
Oh, okay. So I know I've got tomatoes and the cow peas are drying, and there's a little scragglers of peppers I'm waiting to pick to like turn their color. And then the fall garden, the radish have bolted, but I have all of the lettuce and green beans I picked.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's onions, the carrots. I'm waiting for the frost to pull any carrots out of the ground whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
The cucumbers are done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting them all go to seed, maturity seed production.
Yeah.
I'm picking squash still.
Yeah.
Ground cherry.
Yeah. And you're still sitting at 90 degrees,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Which, you know, for us in Canada, that's hitting 30 degrees, which is ridiculous. And it's the same thing for you, Robin, right?
Yep. Through the 7th.
So we're supposed to end it on Monday. We're supposed to go to like 40s at night, 60s during the day. And then we're finally going to get rain Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're not that hot over here, and not at all. So
we haven't stopped raining. I haven't been able to get outside on the weekends because it keeps raining. And today it did not rain, but the overcast and the low pressure, I couldn't get out there and do like work in the heat because the heat is still here.
Yeah.
And then once I started on the project in here, it was like I was wiped after that. It's just so wiped.
Yeah.
And I really was headed to bed. And then I saw the notification that it went up and I'm like, she's on? What?
Yeah. Well, I just put it together at just basically a half hour. I had it up.
Yeah.
So
I get it. I do that.
It was a last minute of like, okay, so I can. But yeah. And so of course.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Robin. Yeah, I was just gonna.
I think this is a local problem. I'm sorry, Shawnee.
So you asked what we're still harvesting. So this week I harvested out all of my potatoes, and
yes, I watched that
very well. I wasn't going to harvest all of them, but I found a hornworm in them, so I'm like, okay, they all come out. I have Swiss chard, kohlrabi and lettuce. I have to get more more herbs dehydrated. I've started that process. You know, and lemon verbena dehydrates the best of every herb out there. So easy, pretty quick for a big leaf, you know, like 5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course I have a ton of tomatoes still, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Probably start giving them away. Beans, my pole beans decided to have a second coming. and my bush beans. What else? Beets. I still have beets, 3 kinds.
Wow.
I have peas, which I don't know if they'll come to fruition. They're about 12 inches high, but I'll get shoots if nothing else, and those are tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So I never worry about, putting them in and fretting anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My Anaheim peppers. My Anaheim peppers are loaded. I took a big batch and brought them up here, and I'll process them up here and freeze some up here.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a crap ton more on 2 plants at home. I mean,
Right.
a lot.
Right.
And then I'm still getting jalapenos and cayenne, and then a few of the others as
And
well.
that's due to this hot weather that you guys are having there, right? The
Yep.
Midwest kind of heat. Like it's just it's like you're getting this second surge of um of of vegetables, which is wonderful.
I have never done
Wonderful.
cayenne before, if anybody else has ever done them. But
Mm-hmm.
once they get going,
Mm-hmm.
they're only about 4 inches long. Like literally, I'm out there picking every 4 days.
Wow.
And I mean,
Wow.
I'm picking.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So that's cool.
Uh-huh.
And fennel, but I went to pick some fennel, and I've got, I think, 9 black swallowtail caterpillars on there. So I didn't have the heart to,
That's
take
right. I
them
don't want to
through.
remove your home. I don't want to remove your home.
And then
Yeah.
in my urns, I've got carrots still. And herbs. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all of it.
I do have some carrots still coming. Marissa picked 2 good sized carrots, but I like Shawnee. I didn't do any thinning, so it's like it'll be like guessing by golly. But back to your potatoes, I've never seen anybody grow potatoes from a seed. That's very cool. Like on your video
Wasn't
this
that
past week,
fun?
and it was like, wow.
Yeah, Botanical Interest has a variety that you can do from seed called Clancy. And they are
Yeah.
tasty. They are
Yeah.
very, very tasty.
Yeah. So the next little question that I do have is preserving priorities. What's the first thing you start preserving when the harvest hits hard? And anybody in the chat, and also for team replay, you can also make your comments because I will see them even if you weren't here in the live with us. Anybody, what's the first thing you start preserving when it starts coming in?
Well, really the first thing is the tomatoes, and it's probably going to be the last thing too. And then I always make sure that I get those herbs dehydrated.
Right. Yes. It is my goal every year to go, let's get the herbs, but because we get a frost in November, but even there, most of my herbs, they stay going, and so I can still be picking fresh, but I would like to start gathering up and building it up, my containers that I have for herbs. So, but, yeah, I'm like you, tomatoes, but what I have been doing, as I've showed on one of my videos, it's like, I bring them in, once they're ripened, I just give them a wash, chop, and they go into the freezer because it's like, I'm no matter what I'm going to do, it's going to be cooking them down. But I don't want to have tomatoes left over this year in my freezer. So I'm really pushing it. And like I said, we're going to take the tomatoes that have just come, that are in the pot right now. We're going to sauce them. And that way, if I run out of ketchup, if I run out of, tikka masala, well, then it's like take 7 quarts of sauce, throw it in there, flavor it up, and then recan it up, if I need those kinds of things, rather than having this bulk of these frozen tomatoes. So anyway, yeah. What about for you, Shawnee?
I'm trying to think because it's the first thing you're asking, and it's like if I were to go back this year and go, what did I preserve first? I think it was the green beans. I think it was blanching and freezing green beans because I was waiting for tomatoes to come in because a lot of
Yep.
the stuff I get, we're eating it. Or
Yes.
we're growing things that just go from garden to cure to shelf.
Right.
Not there's no preserving with it. And I'd really like to go more hard on that next year. But I
Mhm.
can't not grow tomatoes. So yes, right now actually, because it is 90, I'm not running my oven. I refuse. So guess what we're doing Monday? We're going to roast pans of tomatoes and get this dealt with. Because I tried
Mhm.
giving some away and nobody wanted any where I took them
Mhm.
to.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually I was thinking of it today because and I was saying to Marissa, because I said Robin does her, she roasts her tomatoes, and I think I've seen you do something with peppers, Shawnee, and you know, and I was like, and you're thinking, when I think of how much I have, and I thought, well, if I was to roast, why wouldn't I use my barbecue grill? I've got a cookie sheet that fits the whole grill that I could sit them in there. And I thought you could do larger amounts of them, or even just the fact that I could put 2 cookie sheets after I've cooked my bread. I can
Yes.
throw in things and roast there, which is why today we roasted pumpkin, cushaw squash, and Georgia candy roaster. And when I went out just now at quarter to 7 Pacific time here, the oven was still warm. Like I hadn't opened up my, so it's like I could do a lot of roasting without heating up my house and using all that, it's firewood, free firewood. So it's not even a cost for me. Right.
Could
I
you
would like
Um,
to see you do that. Yeah.
I would love
Mhm.
that. Could you imagine a salsa with that kind of smoky wood flavor to it? It'd be
Mhm.
delicious.
Because, yeah, you add the onion and garlic to that pan with the tomatoes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some
So you
jalapenos.
just
Those would be great
roast
roasted.
it all.
Oh, yeah.
All of
Mhm.
it.
Just do it. Do
Uh,
it.
Do it so we
Mhm.
can copy you.
I think the other thing would have been cucumbers to pickles, but I'm not
Yes.
doing that really in my household. So
Right.
we're
You don't
not.
have a lot of pickle eaters in your home.
Well, we don't eat. I have never been able to get a recipe where they'll eat the pickles I've made. We buy the brand Gedney, which they used to be made in Wisconsin, but I think that might have changed. And we can only get them at one store locally, and we just buy them. I could buy them by the case if I wanted to because we eat that many. But
Right. Okay, that's
I
right. It
can't.
wasn't. It was a particular.
I can't copycat it. Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
In,
Um.
in normal years, Shani, I'd say it's the same thing. Pickles first, the
Yeah.
cucumbers. But I
Mhm.
didn't do any pickles this year.
Yeah.
But then, we all do garlic and onions, and that comes in, July, right?
Oh, do you freeze them?
No, but you dry them off, and
Mhm.
that's a
Yeah.
form
A
of
Is
way of
that
preserving.
preserve.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, I didn't grow any cucumbers this year, so we actually bought ours just because it didn't work. But um, but I find that okay, when it's cucumber time, I do open kettle, so it's like wham bam, you're done, right? But it's like right now, the grapes, like we were behind on the grapes, which Marissa did make grape juice, and then we picked another tons. There's still more out there, but we'll probably let them go. But it's like, you need to get the grapes in. There is some tomatoes coming in. There is some squash coming in. All of these different things are coming in. And it's more that when it's like, it's not just, okay, we just got the cucumbers or I just picked the onions. It's kind of like there you get to have 1 or 2 items that you're dealing with. But at this time of the year, it's like just about everything is done. Everything is coming in.
Right.
So that I think that's kind of what where I was going with this question is because we're on our feet. Like I started out at 8:00 getting the chickens up, and then it was fill up the farm, get the fire started, then fill up the farm stand, and then start, getting things ready for baking the bread, and then it's like get the tomatoes ready. Like I've got stock pots everywhere in my house right now. Like you're just constantly washing something, drying something, or trying to go,
Yeah.
"Okay, where do I put this? Where do I hide this?" That's what our life is right now, for these
Right.
next few weeks. And it's
Yeah,
like,
you
if I
must
can get
have a
stuff in the
ton.
if I
Your
can get stuff in the
larder.
freezer, just
Right.
stay there and calm down just for a minute while I go and deal with this. Because we're gonna make apple juice and applesauce, like,
You
and
need
that
some
has to
bungee
get
cords.
done.
I have bungee cords to bungee cord those babies in there so they don't fall on you when
Yeah.
you open the
Those
door.
little Principe Borghese, the ones that are good for sun drying, I did get those dehydrated. And wow, that's all I have to say.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks,
And-
L Triple G.
Yes,
you
you
know, I
do.
work hard at sometimes, but there is a lot of times, I will be honest with you, that I do not work hard. And, you know, if you were to say, "Where are you in the house? What are you doing today, Maureen?" You go, "Well, I'm still sitting in my bed. I'm working from my bed, and I'm, on the computer, and I'm editing videos in my bed." And they go, "What time is it right now?" "It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon." That's not a hardworking diva. I will tell you that. It's like you just get to hear and see. And also Marissa, being it's Saturday, she's a huge help for me. And what is this? The Amish dehydrator. I mean, let's just
Yeah,
they
it's
traditionally
because
use natural methods such as racks to dry food in the sun and airflow. Natural sources, avoiding the need to. Oh yes,
use
I
electric.
would
Well,
like-
because Serena was saying they have them going all summer. I'm like, how do they have them going all summer? They don't use electricity. So Jay looked it up for me. I was like, what? How do they?
Yeah.
Are they got the gas generator out and they just hook up all
Do-
those dehydrators?
Do any of
Yeah.
you watch More Than Farmers?
Yep.
Not on the regular, but I have watched them.
They had Anne of All Trades there. They did a
Yes.
tour together.
Yeah.
Did you
yeah.
see in her the wooden shelving with the old window screens? And that was her
That's
dehydrator.
what she did. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I
Cool.
want that.
That's way cool.
I just
Jay
I'm
Dixon is the gym.
I'm always afraid that there would be
J-Bot.
mold.
Right. Or some, yeah, exactly.
I just want to get it dehydrated.
Especially here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like my dehydrator because I can run it for 3 days, and you open up things, you go, "Why are you still damp?" I don't know. I need to get a new one, but it's like it's not a priority. I'd rather get a freeze dryer. But I have a big circular. It's and it just hangs up.
Mhm.
And when I
netting
do
one.
take it out to the studio and use it, I make sure I have a fan, so that it is, keeping that. And I've never found any of my herbs to go bad. I've never tried doing like this, like tomatoes or
Mhm.
peppers in it and stuff. It's mostly just an herb dryer. But
Right.
but if I was going to do some natural drying things, I would just make sure that I've got some sort of fan blowing on it all the time.
Yeah, this too. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
if it's a food grade, like what is the
Mhm.
screen made out of? True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my next little question is, with this winding down, how do you decide when it's time to pull plants and start cleaning up the garden? Because this is because I almost pulled out after I picked a whole bunch of spaghetti squash, and the plants are all like meh, and I went, "Oh, they're dead," but I don't have time to pull them out. I go back a couple weeks later, and I've got spaghetti squashes growing on them, and you're like, "When did you even flower? What did you?" So I'm glad I didn't pull it
Yeah.
out. But there is
Right.
days where, and I've got the powdery mildew, and I've got, stuff that's looking crappy. And it's like, when do you go, that's it? After the frost or before the frost?
Yeah, I'm getting more now that I'm on year 2 of growing at this new space. It's big
Mhm.
space. And so
Right.
I kind of just let the frost decide.
Okay.
Plus it helps kind of break it down. It breaks up all the cells and blows them up. And then you go, oh, okay, sure. We're going to,
Right.
step on that and rip that off the panel. But when
Uh-huh.
it was here, I feel like I took things out too early because I was done. Or maybe
Right.
because I wanted the spot because I
Mhm.
Yeah,
only had a
maybe.
couple places.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That makes sense because you needed the spot for the next thing you wanted to go
Yeah.
in a smaller space. That's
Yeah.
usually what it was for me when I did in ground in my small area because I only used like one area for in ground.
Mhm.
But yeah, here it's usually that something gets it, like you said, like, some powdery mildew or something takes it out. It's like, I guess it's time to pull that.
Yeah.
It's time to throw that away. Get that out of
Yeah.
my yard. But
How about you, Robin?
First week of November is full stop. That's when I pull out
mhm.
everything, no matter what, and lay the compost
Right.
out. But I mean, I've gotten anxious and pulled some stuff out already just to get ahead, and
Right.
I was kind of just done.
Mhm.
But
Right.
I have a lot of food out there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, you do.
if
That's
I
what
can,
these two
There's
do
just two
too.
of you.
there's
Yeah.
only two of us, and my
Right.
freezers are full.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I would like to be able to do that, but I think there's that again, I think we were talking about it last night on yours, Carol,
Mhm.
where oh yeah, about the fact that we recycle, reuse, repurpose, and I have that always have that mindset where it's
Right.
like
Right. Don't
about
want to
well if
waste.
well, don't want to waste, might run
Don't wanna
out.
waste.
Somebody
Mhm.
might need this. Somebody might need
Right.
this candy roaster. I better hang on to it. Let it keep growing. Don't pull the plant out.
Right.
But I do feel like where you go, okay, yeah, that let's just be done with it. I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to. So, but good
Right.
on you that you can just go, that's it. We're done.
Right.
I'll
Right.
hang on to the very last minute. I don't know why.
No, like you said, you don't want to waste. And, there's that, like, because you've lived through lean times with the bucket
Yeah.
soup,
Yeah,
that that those times can come at any time.
that's
So you
true.
don't
That's
want to
true.
waste. It's
That's
a,
true. But
that's the mindset.
it could be that the fact that the plant isn't even going to grow anything else. It's just there. It is
Yeah.
like, but you know what? That little tomato flower,
Right.
that
Yeah.
might turn into a tomato. It's like it's not going to turn into a tomato. It doesn't have enough time, but it might. I have that weird.
Yeah.
To keep things going any longer, I would have to cover. And the cover
Mhm.
game gets old the first day you do it.
Right.
Even Al helps me, and it's a big chore, whether I'm dropping, over the earth little greenhouses over the top, or if I'm just doing the sheets on and off.
Yes.
Um
Yeah.
it's pretty yeah. There's a
Yeah.
point when you're just done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Well,
also
because
doing I remembered I'm doing radishes, celeriac, and leeks
ooh,
that I didn't mention.
ooh,
So
nice.
I gotta get those out too. The
Mhm.
celeriac is really delicious. I did it for the first
Mhm.
time last year, and that it's like a root that tastes somewhat like celery,
Yep.
but kind of has a potato quality. So you've done it too, Maureen?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah, it does have that celery. I don't know if it was a spice. My daughter made like it was some sort of layered thing in it, and so I don't know if she had put some fennel in it, but it almost had like just that little hint of licorice to it. It was delicious.
Yum.
Lessons learned, lessons from the season. So, what's one thing you learned this year that you will do differently next? Just one thing, because I know there's like we all can have lots and lots.
Popcorn.
Yes,
The whole
Shawnee?
page of notes on the popcorn
Popcorn.
situation. Plant it differently, plant it at a different time, plant it in a different area in that garden.
Mhm.
Use better nutrients to have strong roots right away. Look, I said it. And then make sure that I'm doing something about bugs eating it.
Right.
And now I actually can't grow it next year because of the life cycle. I'm trying to get rid of the pest.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I'm reading what Serena and I are going back and forth about a rue. I have rue, and I didn't know what it was for. I had
Okay,
just bought
awesome.
it. I had bought it, so she was telling me it's good for her swallowtails. I'll have to go see if I still have it though. Like it's one of those ones that it was this big, got a little bit bigger, just kind of stagnated, so it might not be out there. We'll see. But thanks, Serena. Go ahead, Robin, because I haven't learned a thing this year.
Okay, my one biggie, I guess, is you have to be.
Yeah.
Do not grow that many tomatoes, Robin.
Mm,
You do not need that many.
Okay.
we have to check.
And
out
are
the
you going to be
property, like-
able to? Oh, hello, Muddy Puddles Farm. I love that name.
I'm
She's
so
so
happy
cool.
you made it.
That is such
Yeah,
a cool name.
Shawnee
Yeah.
introduced me to her channel. She's a cool
Yeah.
channel.
Oh, cool.
You're
Well,
awake
welcome.
right now.
It's 3:50 a.m.
So how will you, Robin, make the decision? Like, because I know you do a tomato taste test. So who will get the axe? Like I know there's some, like I know there was that trio, and you went, this was good. This one, meh. Like not those ones, but what are the ones that you have been dedicated to growing year after year, or is it just not the varieties, or if it's just as many as you grow? Like don't grow 4 of that. Or is that what you're meaning?
Just won't grow 21. I normally do 12. So I have to find a happy spot. We love Tim Taste of Paradise, the one that tastes like Sun Gold. But Santium Sunrise is also just as nice, and it doesn't split. So Tim's probably going to get the axe for next year.
Okay.
And then, we'll just go through the whole list from there. And unfortunately, I've already had people send me seeds. So I feel obligated. And then, God help when the catalogs come in because.
Yes.
But
yes.
I need to try to get, it's got to be less than 21 next year. It just has to.
Okay. Oh, so if it's just 20?
I'm hoping somewhere more like 15.
15. Okay. That makes good sense.
And I don't need a seed. I don't need one seed to do that.
No.
But we'll see.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Shawnee.
For myself, I don't know. Like because I know it's been between Shawnee's live and Carol's lives in the past. We've been talking about coming up with, hey, we're going to talk about what did we do. Like I think Shawnee, you're going to do a more in depth type of live with that, of what are we doing different. And I typically always do a wind up video of, here's what was good. Here's the things that I want to do differently. But in my head, I don't know that I can really think about what did I learn this year that I'll do differently next year. I don't feel like I've learned anything in particular. I probably have learned something when I'm looking at when I go to
the slugs. You learned a lot about trying to keep the slugs away from your plants.
Yeah,
and what works and doesn't work. And
that's true. That was one of those things. Get my button gear and get my slug. I think I didn't learn. Well, I didn't learn it this year, but it's like I need to make sure that I make the LAB spray or the way spray to go and spray on the squashes and the plants, because I know Growing Out the Box says to spray once a week, tops and bottoms, to prevent the powdery mildew, because my powdery mildew comes pretty darn early here, and it actually starts on the bindweed. Like, that weed that I have, like it's everywhere, that morning glory weed. It shows up on the bindweed before it ever hits my squashes.
Yep. That's
I s-
usually, yeah.
I saw it on
Mm-hmm.
the plantain, and then it was traveled to a volunteer squash plant, and I just took that plant and burned it before it went to
Right.
the other end of the property.
Yeah. They say that's common. That's why you have to be careful with weeds and keep weeds away. Like even down here, like it travels, the spores travel up from the soil, travel onto usually the weeds near your plants, and then travel to your plants. But I mean, we have so much wind here; it's probably all in one shot.
Yeah.
But I noticed that, like on the bottom, like I was saying, I pulled up my yam vines because I saw the powdery mildew underneath them and got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
But-
I'm gonna just yeah. So Shawnee says my LABs is still in my fridge. Yeah. So I have 3 containers of whole
Wow.
whipping cream that are not opened in my fridge that were from last December, and I thawed them out because I'm in the process of making my LAB. I've got the rice water in the fridge. And I was going to do it and film it and have not gotten back to it. And it was like, well, season's done. No point in me making the LAB now. And it's like, I think I'm
Right.
just going to pour it into the gardens, just pour the milk right
Yeah,
into the
just soil
compost.
drench.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Right.
That's
Just
my
so-
plan because I don't
That's a
need
good
it now.
idea.
No,
Yeah.
you know, even though it's like we could still make it and then just host it, but it's like, you know what? Just move on.
Right.
We'll start again. So
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that with my buttermilk that's been back there for, I don't know, it's aged so well. It might be cheese by now. It's in the back of the fridge. I kept
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it.
Mhm.
Yes, I've got to water that down and put it in the sprayer.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah. And my jar away is still in the back too, waiting.
Robin, do you think you
Thank
have
you.
enough for 2 years now then that you've canned for tomatoes?
Right.
You know, I'm not sure. I'll just have to make a concerted effort to do it. And when, we have guests over, I'm going to have to, make something Italian
Yeah.
Mhm. Right.
because that's the easiest way to get it used up.
Yeah, but do you want to use it all up if you're going to have like less tomatoes next year?
Well, I think she's gonna have a lot of tomatoes still next year. If
I
we know
think
how.
Oh, that's right. 20. We said 20 instead of
Yeah.
21.
I'll have plenty,
Yeah.
unless it's a rough season,
Right.
then,
Yeah.
I might be grateful to have some extra cans hanging over.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of pickles hanging over this year. That's why I didn't do any. So
Yeah. Do you make a tomato sauce as well, right?
I did. Well, this year I kind of took a page out of your book from what you said. I made it more like plain
Yeah.
than what I do.
Yeah.
Plain sauce, a plain with garlic and onion.
Yeah.
But I made ketchup, barbecue sauce, seafood sauce, salsa.
What's seafood sauce? What is that?
Like for shrimp or
Cocktail sauce.
Oh, cocktail sauce. Okay. Okay. And you can the cocktail sauce? I didn't
Yeah.
even think. Wow. Never thought of that
That's
one.
brilliant.
That is brilliant.
I had to start getting creative, friends.
Right. Right.
Well,
So
you've
did
got to
you have-
you've got to try the tikka masala. That is
Yeah.
definitely one. Like it's just so tasty. And I know I'm just interrupted again, but because I was telling Shawnee earlier today, it was like I'm finally and I have my different reasons on why I don't eat a lot of the canning. But this past week, we had French onion soup. So opened up a jar, heated it up, threw in some cheese, had some sourdough bread. Delicious. And then the tikka masala that didn't seal. Well, it was like I said, so Marissa goes, well, do you want to just get some paneer? And I said, well, why don't we take the chicken? And this canned chicken from 2021.
Yeah.
It's like she opened up, she goes, Mom, it smells so good. And she says it's so moist, and she just shredded it all. And then we just threw the 3 cans of tikka masala, some cream in it
Mhm.
while she was making it all, made some rice. And now we've
Right.
got this tikka masala. And it's like in the time frame to make rice, so 20 minutes, it's like there's dinner all done. And I think there was one other thing that we opened up this week. Oh yeah, Mexican pulled chicken. That one is also delicious. So we had that as one of our meals. And you go, this is stuff we made a long time ago, and it's just great to have it.
Right.
Like I said, it's like it's basically ready. It's like, it would take me longer to go through a drive-through,
Mhm.
than to just open up, go into my pantry, pull these in, throw it into a pan, and there's, dinner is ready to go, nice and hot meal. And so with that, we're taking that inventory of like, okay, what are some of the things that, like, I think
Mhm.
we only have one more Mexican pulled chicken, because that one we have been eating throughout, like and same with the onion soup. So it was like, okay, I need to make up the French onion soup again.
That sounds
And
so good. I wish my family would eat
it's
French onion soup. I would eat French onion soup, but not another person in my
Mhm.
household would.
Yeah.
Makes me
Mhm.
sad. You guys I wish I had a matched eater in my house.
Mm.
I do. Like my
Mhm.
mom, when she was with us, she was my matched eater. She would eat a lot of the things that I would eat and vice versa.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I miss that. That
Yeah.
being able to enjoy
So
food like
all of that I interrupted. I don't even remember who I interrupted.
I think it was Robin,
Oh,
right?
I was done. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
French onion soup.
It's
Yeah, I haven't had a
Onion
good
mash.
I even had it at my wedding. I had like a creamy French onion soup, and I knew I was the
Mm.
nerve bucket that day because I couldn't taste any of the food. All my taste, my
Mhm.
sense of taste went away. I was
Wow.
like, "No, this is great food at the reception. I want to taste this food."
There
Yeah.
was there was this little French restaurant in the mall, so it wasn't a really expensive French restaurant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, and Elle and I would stop every time for their
Oh,
French onion soup because it was so delicious
just that good. Yeah.
with the
Mm.
mozzarella melted over the.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm. I thought when I was in Paris that I would have, the best French
Of
onion soup,
course.
and it
No.
wasn't. Nope. There was one that, like, because it's just like, come on, you make it. The one had just incredible cheese in it, but the
Mhm.
broth, the other one,
Yeah.
excellent broth, hardly any cheese. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
wow. But
Gotta get the balance.
my second daughter, she makes it's like a 2-day French onion soup.
Ooh.
Um, and I don't know if it is Julia Child's recipe that she uses, and
Mhm.
does every single step, whatever it is. And when I was touring up in her town, my brother was the drummer on that gig, and so she said, Mom, I made you this, I made some soup and you can take some back to your hotel. So I brought it back, gave it to my brother. He didn't speak. He just was eating it, and he's listening to the conversation. He's just eating it. And then when he finishes, he goes, wow. And it was like, you're lucky I shared what I shared with you, because it was just so incredible. So I've actually canned, when she's made soup when she used to live here, she'd make the French onion soup, and whatever's left over, I would can up. We got into it's rebel canning, but we have this leftover soup, and rather than sticking in the fridge or the freezer, we're going to just can it. And you go, look at that. We got 7 quarts more of soup left, and into the canner it goes. So it's
Mhm.
a way of preserving and utilizing things, because usually when we're making, a
Right.
billion quarts of soup for the whole big family, it you go, okay, how many days are we going to be eating this, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
it was a good way to preserve it and to store it. So we've done that as well.
I like
But,
that idea. I was
but
just
I do
thinking,
want.
the wine that's in the? Is it wine that you guys use for yours, or sherry, or what? Is there something in the base of a good French onion soup? What is it? Because
I can't remember which one it
okay,
is, but I will use whatever wine I have. I
okay,
think it's I think it's sherry
I think it's sherry, right? I don't know if I
or
could get. I was just thinking,
it is brandy or sherry, but if it's like if I've got a half open bottle of red, it's like that. It's red
right?
or white.
Yeah,
It's so it'll change the color.
I've even used balsamic in my beef stews before, like just to give it that
Mm,
That would
little
work.
bit of acidic kind of winey bite. Go ahead, Shawnee. Did you
The,
find it?
the Julia Child's French onion soup does have a little bit of cognac in it, but then down
Oh,
it
yeah.
says white wine.
right. Yes.
That's the
And it,
best.
Yeah.
That's
I
the best
think it is.
recipe.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
she did all of that.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
I do just want
Because I
to
was just
also
thinking I could use it as a base for beef stew and maybe get it by. Like I could have it as French
Mm,
onion soup, and my husband could have it as. But if it has anything like that, he tastes it right away. He's really
right.
sensitive to any kind of thing like that. I
Yeah.
can't even do beer batter. He doesn't like
Okay.
that taste
Right.
in the food. Yeah.
Right. So I just want to say to our team replay, thanks for tuning in after the live, and I just want to let you know that I do see you and appreciate you for being part of the conversation in the community and that you matter here because maybe this is not the best time, for you to be part of this live, but I do want to just recognize that you're here. And I think it's my new what I forget muddy puddles farm. I think didn't you say it was like 3 a.m. wherever you are?
Yes.
So,
Wonderful.
it's like, yeah, it's hard to be, to come for a live when it's in the middle of the night when you should be sleeping. So I do really, really appreciate you spending the time here with us. But for those of you that do watch on the replay, again, I do really appreciate that you come
And
and
Anne
hang out.
usually wakes up with us too
Yeah,
in these
it's
late
usually
nights. It's like,
good
good morning,
morning.
Turkey. Good morning,
Yeah.
which is
So
great.
of course, one of the things that is one of again, usually the questions are the things that I go in my head throughout the week or just in the
Right.
middle of the night, the balancing it all. And it's the question I think I have every day of every year of every garden season between preserving family and fall chores. How do you manage or try to do everything at once?
Right.
Because that is and for the most part, like I just said to Marissa, I said, basically, I walk out go to look at the chickens or dual deals.
Mhm.
And I see something, it's like, Maureen, just start cleaning in this corner. And I
Yes.
look at the corner. I look at the corner and I go, okay, I feel really tired already. So I'll
Yes.
come back
Yeah.
to it later.
Oh, I've done that.
And
Yeah.
so that's me.
Yeah.
What are you snickering about, Miss Shawnee?
I want to be like, you just have cake, and then it
Yes.
all makes sense.
Yes. Or nachos. Shawnee and I
But
were having
really,
our
it's
nacho
like
moment.
I have a
Yeah.
day of nothing. I've said this before. I have a day of
Uh-huh.
nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just crashes on me, and I don't know that that's going to be that day. And sometimes I
Yes.
can like see it and go, nope, that's going to be my nothing day. I love
Yes.
clipboards. I love lists, but this year, I'm like, I haven't even made my fall chores list yet. I don't have a clue where I'm supposed to be at because the weather's messing me up.
Mm,
You know?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. That was the same for me. It was starting to be that Mondays were my, and I would chat with Shawnee about it. It was like, yeah, it's my day of rest and my day of
Yes.
doing nothing.
Same. Yeah.
Just so then I wouldn't start feeling guilty about it because it's like,
Right.
get up, you need to get stuff done,
Right.
and, and I think for this past week, Shawnee, it was like, okay, this is, and I said, you know what? Today is whatever day it was. I said, today is one of your days of doing nothing and, throw the schedule out, get done, make sure the kids eat. There, you're done.
Yes. Yeah,
It's a
keep
good
them
day.
alive and fed. You're good. Yes. Yeah, that was the thing with getting out in the garden this morning. I was with Malachi because Theron was working. So I was waiting for him to come home. And by the time he was home, I was like, I got to get stuff done. But it wasn't go out to the garden. It was the stuff for the Amazon vine. And I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to balance this new thing with getting out into my garden. And I've got to get the garden done. So that's a thing for me to figure out. Plus, already balancing Malachi and his things, because Malachi tends to act up when daddy works on the weekend like that, because he only works every once. It's a change in transition. Transitions are hard for children with disabilities. And yeah, he will do all kinds of like naughty behaviors that you would consider naughty for other kids. He would do attention grabbing, I guess is what we'll
Yes.
say. Attention grabbing as soon as Theron comes home. So I've got to still be right there while I'm trying to go over and do things, because Theron's tired from being at work and he's answering the phone for work.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, Monday's coming. I'm like, Monday, I can chill a little bit, because I know
Yeah.
Tuesday through Thursday is all the laundry and I'll be folding and washing and drying. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, how do you fit in I'm just trying to fit in a garden, period. Like, I had to go out there and save my plants, because the last time he weed whacked my pineapple plants. Like, I went out there and I was like, I looked at my pineapple plants and they were all torn up around the edges. I'm like, oh, that's, I think, weed whacker damage. He weed whacked my pineapple. So now I have to, before he goes and mows, because he will come home from work, because that's how tight our schedule is, and he'll mow either the back or the front, and like on a Friday. And now I know I have to pick up and move things out of the way until I get that border. So now I'm even more motivated to get out there and put that border in, even if it looks like crap. So we'll see. We'll see if
That's
we can
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh, it doesn't feel awesome. It feels like I'm always 10 steps behind.
How about you, Robin?
Balancing.
I love that.
It's just,
Yeah.
Is it really real? Like,
I try to do it as best I can, as it comes. Sometimes I wonder, given that I have the luxury of being retired, how the hell did I do this when I worked?
Right.
Because I did it. I just crammed it all in to the weekend. But I have to say I had more energy.
Right.
Younger.
Right.
Yes.
Now I don't have that energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think it's the older we get, the more where you're just kind of you allow things to happen, and you don't sweat so much small stuff. But right now, a lot of my small stuff is not small. It's a lot of big stuff. And I'm making a point of, since being back from Mexico, it's like, we're not going to have 6 months of clean laundry in your baskets anymore. We're going to wash, dry, fold, and put it away. Wash, dry, fold, put away. So, I haven't done all the hang-ups yet. They are still just laid out. It took a long time, because we just went into rains, and so there's a lot of moisture here. So all my sundresses that I wore down there, they weren't drying, like they still feel damp, and so I'm waiting for them so they can go in the closet and then do my hangouts. But that's my excuse. But it's like, I'd like to keep where my bedroom space is actually a place of sanity, because when I look at chaos, I'm looking at chaos in the garden or in parts of my house, and it's what I'm feeling like inside. And so at least when I go into my bedroom and it's tidy and organized, at least I have one area in my life where it's like, I'm not looking at chaos and expectation. Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's what my bigger issue is.
Here's just a little tidbit. We both came up here, and we both instantly kind of felt because there aren't any demands up here. It's like a getaway. I don't have a whole rack of tomatoes staring me in the face. I don't have. Whatever, all the seeds spread out all over the dining room table. None of that's up here, and so it's calming. Quite frankly, it's calming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a getaway to have that clean slate. That would be nice. Can somebody build me a beach house that just has a lot of extra money, just, laying around and they're feeling charitable?
You can, if you can get up here, you can come. You
Aw.
can get away.
Oh, bless you. I don't know how I did that with Malachi though, because he has to be pretty much with me everywhere, and there's no like for very long with my little man. But yeah, I was just thinking like how you said, like when we were working, and I had like when I was a teacher and I was working in school and Hannah was little and of course had more energy, but we were gone from the house. So it was like you tidied up, you got it done, and then you had 8 hours where nobody was in that house messing anything up. I don't have that anymore. Everybody, once I homeschooled, it was like that all went out the window, and you've got people in the house running around all the time and doing things. So, yeah,
that does make a difference. You know, because when you
does.
leave, nobody's messing up the place. Nobody's ransacking stuff.
Yeah, right. And sometimes too, like if you both have the weekend off, you're working as a team to get whatever it is done. And because you only have until Monday morning where you got to go back to work, at least. And our place was smaller. We had less stuff then. Like, you collect stuff as you get older, or you inherit.
I kind of know when I'm getting a little bit out there, a little stressed out, because I won't roll the hose back up onto the reel and get back in. Now it's a very simple little 3-minute thing to, roll it all the way up and put it tidy back where it belongs. But it's like, I'm just going to need it tomorrow. I'll just leave it out all across the patio. And things are starting to go to heck in a handbasket.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. The signs. I left out a tool because I'm like you, where it's like I like everything to be put away. But I don't ever recognize the fact that, even right now, well, in the back, the hose is just, up and down. And it's like, because I'm going to use it tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine. And you go, but how do you know you're going to use it tomorrow? You might not go in the backyard more, but I might use it tomorrow when I might go in the backyard. I don't, So.
There's just little signs that tell you you're getting
right.
You're going done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Destiny says we lazy preserve all fruit frozen as popsicles or in bags for the fruit smoothies. All veggies in big batch made soups that get frozen all winter, early spring. It's those two meals. That's what we do.
Works.
That's brilliant.
Change it up a little bit. That is brilliant. Brilliant basis. That's what Shawnee and I mentioned before too. We grew up with mom said it was more their preserving was like freezing. You froze. And it's a different taste too, like from canning to having things frozen to also you need recipes when you are canning, listening to everybody. The only thing I've ever canned is jams, and I did that 3-hour Amish can of the bone broth. I just wanted to see what it would be like because I'm afraid of my pressure canner that's still there
in the box.
And well, it's out of the box. And but I do have like, the thing on how to use it inside the pressure canner. All the pieces are together. It's all together. It's out in my garage.
Right.
We're tripping over it practically. But that 3-hour was to see like, well, this is how they do it. The Amish don't pressure can. Could I handle? And I'm like, I kind of want to learn to pressure can. I don't want to be watching something for 3 hours if I don't have to.
Yeah. And also it's a lot of electricity that's going in that. I love my pressure canner. I love the water bath. I love I just love that at the end of it all you go, here is fresh vegetables, no chemicals, no preservatives that are in here. And now it's sitting on my shelf ready for me to either, I can give it away as a gift, put a lid on it and say, here, here's some salsa and chips or something like that as a gift for someone. Right. Or I've got it for making my tortilla soup or anything. Like we actually don't use taco seasoning mix now. We just actually put salsa, scramble fry the burger, put the salsa in it, put some extra cumin and some extra oregano in it, just because we want more flavors, maybe a bit more garlic, just to spice it up a bit. But you go, this was worth that, going through with the pressure canning, because you go, it's great preserved food at a fraction of the price of what I would pay for in the store, right? So
Right. True.
Carol, maybe we should make a pact with each other. I'll put my big girl pants on and actually use the fermentation kit that I have had for 7 years.
Oh, and then I'll pressure can something? No.
Pressure can water, Carol.
No.
Did you say pressure can water?
Yeah, is that a thing
Mhm.
to test?
Yeah, it is.
To learn
It
the
is.
machine.
Yeah.
Carrots is usually the first thing you do. And I've been meaning to do carrots for, I don't know, like 6 years now. It's probably maybe 5. 5 sounds better. Yeah. But maybe I'll try carrots. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or potatoes.
That's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Maybe.
You all heard it.
I said maybe because I'm still afraid of the darn thing. I grew up in an era where those blew up. Pressure canners supposedly blew up. Like us 80s kids, like, Maureen knows you like have the 70s, 80s, you have the quicksand out there, then you have the little kids on milk boxes, then your parents tell you to go outside and play, and you're thinking you're going to die of quicksand or you're going to be on a milk box, but you've got to be outside because they told you to go outside.
Right.
But, yeah.
Well, the one thing though, Carol, is that
Yes.
Kids on the milk box, we saw them.
Yes.
The quicksand, Gilligan's Island always was showing them falling into quicksand. We were physically seeing those things.
Yes.
Did you ever see someone's pressure canner blow up back in the 80s?
Yeah, I guess
70s
so.
and 80s? So no.
Just heard
And
about it. No,
you
never really
heard
saw it.
about it. So then
Yeah.
it's like, guaranteed quicksand is out there because Gilligan's Island
Yes.
told us it was.
Oh, and people who would just blow up. They had people who would self-incinerate back then too.
Yeah. Self-combust.
Just disappeared. That was somebody else's short. I watched that and I was like, yes,
I
exactly.
remember that.
That's
Yeah.
terrifying back then.
But the thing is that the pressure canners that, they've improved on them.
Right.
And I've never heard of anybody's, like, I've seen people's pictures, but it's nobody I know. And it's like, what did you miss? What
Really
step did you miss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
And
really
I
fun.
would also like the fact that like an all-American canner is a really
love
great canner to
Yeah.
have.
I have the Presto and people seem to like that one too
Yep.
for the block top.
Absolutely. I think we do have a Presto. I think Marissa got it for like $50 off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
she
That's
goes,
about it.
should I get it? And it's an older one, but she's like, you can see it's hardly been used. Like mine's like 3 years old and mine looks more beat up than this one. So it was like no harm in us having 2 pressure canners going at the same time if we need to, because I do have some portable induction burners that we can use. Like if we wanted to,
Right.
if we wanted to be like the let's do it. Let's do all night, all day canning,
And that's true. What Shawnee just mentioned, she has that Instapot that she got for a garage sale. My Instapot is one of the ones that's supposed to be able to pressure can. However, I burn rice in my Instapot. I've, phoned a friend. Shawnee's the friend for that too. I did not get out the Instapot until this year, until I watched her do like a broth.
Yeah.
Because I was afraid of it a
It's
little
so
bit.
Brilliant.
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
It's just I
like-
still burn things in it. And I'm like, why am I burning things? It's got buttons that say rice, burn the rice. I'm like, what's wrong with my buttons?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marissa and she had her friend over last night and they were making broth, which was excellent. Hey, Farmer Marshall. Welcome. Good to see ya.
Hey.
So I am going to be cutting this short because because I do still have family here. But I do want to also just say every watch, like, share, and new subscriber helps my little channel, this little channel grow. Thank you for being a part of the journey, because I am working towards hitting that 3K. You know, it's the little marathon that we do. So thank you all so much. And for those of you on Team Replay, maybe you haven't subscribed to Diva in the Dirt, I would really appreciate you subscribing to my channel and supporting it. And that way you get, keep in touch with all that we're doing and, wagging our chins about. So,
Mhm.
and, so I do want to just say thank you for joining us. And, Shawnee, do you have a date? Do you have a date now that the shirts are in?
The thing about my life is, unless there's a holiday where my job is closed because we have no mail, I am really struggling to figure out when I'm going to do this, because we've had a bit of mail some of these nights, and I want to give people a heads up. I want to be like, 3 days minimum ahead of when we do it. And I haven't been able to figure that out with my job at this point. So I don't have a date.
That's okay. But
That's
in the
okay.
meantime, you
We'll get our
can
shirts
go
made.
and get your Grow Every Day. I'm just going to put you on, you can stand up and show us.
Pretty.
Grow Every Day in Every Way. Shawnee Grows. What's the back like, darling?
Mhm.
This one's just a t-shirt. So there's
Okay,
nothing on the back.
Your
Nothing on the
growing
back.
merch. Get your
I-
growing merch.
I did
Yes.
stuff on the back for the sweatshirts and possibly the sweaters, because you spend more money. And I thought, I need to put more stuff on it then.
Right.
Yes.
It's nice they gave you the option. I don't think
Yeah.
like the place that I use it does that. They don't even
No,
have that
Spring doesn't
option.
do it. No, Teespring
Yeah.
doesn't do that.
It's a great option.
You have
Yes, it is
so
a great
much
option.
color. You have so many color choices too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
We
do.
did
Mhm.
add a garden flag, the thing that hangs outside for
Yeah.
fall. And we
Yeah.
made Mark help me figure out which kind of hats we want to do for ball cap and stocking cap. And then there's a patch. So, I mean, there's, I think, 3 pages now of stuff that you can help support the channel with.
Woo!
Woohoo.
That's
And it's
awesome.
beautiful stuff too. Like that's why I got
Mhm.
mine in white, because it was something I would wear with like some jeans when I go out somewhere
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
It's just such a pretty logo.
So do you want to put your
Printify?
your
Thank
it was
you.
like your store link
Up.
up. You want to put your store link up again
Yep.
for
Oh,
Shawnee?
Miss Sharon got it too.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Very
love what you
good.
said. Harvest and Shawnee Grow style. Swing by our merch store and pick your favorite. You're awesome, Miss Sharon.
Yeah. Oh, and then what's Jay saying here? I wanted to go see. Hey, she got it innocent. Look, how many logos if I get hat, pants, shirt, and underwear?
And underwear. So are the pants going to be white so the logo on the underwear shows through? Because Shawnee needs to know where to put the logo.
Yeah, placement, right? No. I
Proper
thought about
placement.
pants, but I was like,
Yeah.
no one's going to buy pants. Pants are hard to shop for. I
Right.
don't like
Yes,
buying
they
pants.
are.
They're hard.
Oh,
No.
I did the biggest goof already. I bought men's pants off of my free thing. Like I thought they had
Oh.
2 black pairs, and I chose the one that's for like chefs. I got male chef pants, and I put them on, and I'm taking pictures. I'm like, why are these darn things so long? There's like 6 inches at the bottom, and I go
Okay.
back and look through it. And I see this guy writing about it saying, oh, these are great for work. And yeah, as a chef, I da da
So
da.
you didn't buy them for him. They were supposed to be for you.
For me.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get my
Mm.
husband now to try them on so they don't look as ridiculous.
Mhm.
But room to grow, I guess.
Oh,
I-
Joe, good to see you, Joe.
Oh, that was nice, Joe.
When you were in Cabo, did you taste the tunas locally? They're priced at 40 pesos a kilo. Wow. The white ones, green in color, are more sweeter. I did not. I didn't. We didn't leave the resort at all. Like we, basically like what you just said, Robin. When you remove yourself from life, it's like, oh, and every day, like even though it was 7 days, like by day 3 or 4, I felt like I'd been gone for 2 weeks. Like it was just like, because there was nothing, we did nothing. We didn't even go into town, didn't go, any on any excursions. It was like we did a lot of cake eating,
Right.
I was eating cake for Shawnee, it was like I was eating beautiful chocolate
Mhm.
cake
Yeah.
every single night, like, because it
Oh.
was so ding dang hot. It was
Mhm.
extra hot just because of the humidity. And so we would have dinner, and then we would go up to the cafe and, oops, fix this tab. This tab is using extra resources to improve your performance. Let Chrome make it inactive. Oh, I'm going to dismiss that. Oh, no. I'm going to just delete it there. I'll deal with it, Chrome. Anyway, and we would just go back up to our room where it was nice air conditioned and put on movie, and I would eat my
Mhm.
cake almost
Mm.
every night. Like the girl at the little cafe, I'd walk up and she said, "You want the chocolate cake again?" It's like,
Mhm. Mm. Sounds
maybe,
good.
yes. It was wonderful. Yeah, so it was like, "You want the chocolate again?" I said, "Yep, I do." It's like, "How did you
Mhm.
remember even the first night? Chocolate again?" Yes. So anyway, I do want to just also give us a little bit of an encouraging closing comment. So, as the garden slows, we're reminded that rest is part of that rhythm. We've planted, tended, harvested. Now it's time to breathe and be grateful for all that has grown. Um, and, I
Mhm.
am trying to have that in part of my thought
Yeah.
process, to remember it's also time to rest. I don't have to hit the
Mhm.
ground running. Lots of
Right.
things in the freezer. When it's a miserable rainy day, I can tend to those then. So yes, always remember to breathe. So thank you so much, Robin, for hanging out with me, and Shawnee Grows, and to Carol. Thank you all so much. And for all of you in the chat, I love that you are spending a little bit of your Saturday evening with us. And again, for Team Replay, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Take care and have a beautiful